In today's fast-paced world, we rarely pause. The sound of traffic, endless work, and the pull of social media carry us away without rest. But have you ever wondered, what happens when we fall silent, when it's just us alone with our thoughts? Perhaps it is in those very moments that we discover strength, clarity, and the peace we have been searching for all along. In a world that rarely stops moving, the value of solitude is often overlooked. Our daily lives are filled with noise, obligations, and the relentless pull of technology, making it easy to forget the profound power that comes from spending time alone. Yet throughout history, thinkers and philosophers have recognized solitude as a cornerstone of mental well-being. Among these voices, Seneca, the renowned Stoic philosopher, stands out. He wrote, "Nothing is better proof of a well-ordered mind than a man's ability to stop just where he is and pass some time in his own company." This simple yet profound idea challenges us to reconsider our relationship with solitude and to see it not as loneliness, but as a vital source of strength, clarity, and peace. What does it truly mean to be alone with one's thoughts? For some, the prospect is daunting. We often fill our days with distractions, music, social media, the constant hum of conversation, because silence can feel uncomfortable, even unsettling. But if we never learn to be at ease in our own company, we miss the opportunity to develop a deeper understanding of ourselves. Solitude offers a rare chance for self-reflection, to examine our thoughts and feelings without the influence of others. In these quiet moments, we can ask ourselves important questions. What truly matters to me? Am I living according to my values? What do I want to change or cherish about my life? Seneca and the Stoics believed that this kind of self-examination is essential for a balanced and fulfilling existence. They taught that true contentment comes not from external achievements or possessions, but from an inner sense of peace. When we cultivate solitude, we begin to experience this peace firsthand. We learn to be comfortable with who we are without the need for constant validation or approval from others. This self-sufficiency is a core pillar of emotional resilience. Life is unpredictable, and circumstances can change without warning. But if we have developed inner strength, we can remain steady no matter what challenges arise. Solitude also provides a sanctuary for mental clarity. In the stillness, our minds are free to wander, to explore new ideas, and to process the experiences of our lives. Creative solutions often emerge in moments of quiet reflection, when we are not trying to force answers but simply allowing our thoughts to flow. Many of history's greatest artists, writers, and thinkers credit solitude as the wellspring of their creativity. It is in these uninterrupted moments that inspiration can strike and new perspectives can take shape. But solitude is not only about introspection and creativity, it is also about restoration. Our minds, like our bodies, need time to rest and recharge. In constant company or endless activity, we risk mental exhaustion and burnout. Solitude offers a gentle pause, a chance to breathe, to let go of stress, and to reconnect with ourselves. It is an act of self-care, a way to nurture our emotional health and build resilience against the pressures of the outside world. Embracing solitude does not mean withdrawing from others or rejecting meaningful relationships. On the contrary, it can enhance our ability to connect with those around us. When we are comfortable in our own skin, we are less likely to seek affirmation or lose ourselves in the opinions of others. We bring a sense of wholeness and authenticity to our interactions, making our relationships deeper and more genuine. Solitude allows us to listen more closely, not only to ourselves, but to our friends, family, and colleagues, because we are not distracted by an inner need for approval. The practice of solitude also aligns with the Stoic pursuit of tranquility. Stoicism teaches that we cannot control external events, but we can control our reactions to them. By spending time alone, we strengthen our ability to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. We become more aware of our emotions, recognizing that feelings of anger, anxiety, or sadness are temporary states that do not define us. In solitude, we can observe our thoughts without judgment, gaining perspective and a greater sense of control over our lives. Developing a habit of solitude does not require dramatic changes or extended periods of isolation. It can begin with small, intentional moments. A morning walk without headphones, a few minutes of journaling before bed, or simply sitting quietly with a cup of tea. The key is to approach these moments with openness and curiosity, allowing ourselves to be present with whatever arises. Over time, these practices become a refuge, a familiar place to return to whenever we need clarity or calm. Of course, solitude is not a cure-all, and it is important to recognize the difference between solitude and loneliness. Loneliness is a painful sense of isolation, a longing for connection that goes unmet. Solitude, on the other hand, is a chosen state, a deliberate step away from the world to nurture our inner life. If we find ourselves struggling with loneliness, it may be helpful to reach out to others, to seek support and companionship. But even then, the skills we develop in solitude, self-awareness, resilience, and contentment, can help us navigate difficult emotions and build stronger connections. As the pace of modern life continues to accelerate, the importance of solitude only grows. It is a counterbalance to the demands and distractions that threaten to overwhelm us. It is a way to reclaim our attention, to rediscover what matters most, and to cultivate a sense of peace that endures, no matter what life brings. In solitude, we find not emptiness, but fullness, a richness of thought, feeling, and possibility that can transform the way we live. So the next time you find yourself with a rare moment alone, resist the urge to fill it with noise or activity. Instead, welcome the stillness. Allow yourself to simply be. In doing so, you honor a tradition that stretches back through the centuries, a practice that has offered solace and strength to countless individuals before you. You may be surprised by what you discover, not only about the world, but about the depths of your own mind and spirit. For in solitude, we come home to ourselves, and in that quiet space, we find the foundation for true mental well-being. Maybe peace is not something we must chase in the outside world. It has always been within us, waiting for us to slow down and listen. Give yourself a moment of stillness each day, a chance to hear the rhythm of your own soul. For in silence we find ourselves, and with it, an endless source of light to walk through life with greater strength.